What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. And let's go straight into tonight's show. I can see a lot of my brothers, OGs here. Not a lot of people here, guys, but it don't matter. We do what we do and we stay in the markets. Now, honestly, the picture looks, a picture paints 1,000 words. It's always true. But first of all, greetings to you all. I hope you can hear me. Let's see if anybody can hear me. Patriot, what is going on? Hit me up later. Yo, let me know if you can hear me, brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this bull market has wrecked me. Yeah, it's honestly, there's nothing listen, guys, we know where we are, okay? We know where we are in this cycle. This is completely, it's not unprecedented, by the way. It's definitely not unprecedented. It's not the first time. And of course, this even follows for Bitcoin, the worst ever February in terms of returns. And you can clearly see this statistics here. We can only, yeah, you hear me well. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's see if I can, let me just turn off these other browsers. Okay, let's get rid of that. Yeah, all good. Get some speed back into it. Close these applications. Yo, what's going on, guys? Last week, I was actually away for a few days. But look, at the end of the day, legends, it is what it is. We are where we are. And yeah, I had a lovely time in India. What a beautiful country. What a beautiful culture and people. And guys, look, one of the ways I try to enrich my life is to try and travel as much as you can. When you can, you got to do something else. But let's talk about this market. Let's talk about this mess. And let me just see if I can turn down this volume here. Yeah. Well, good. So look, first of all, when it comes to February, this February 2025, as you can see here, is the worst in living record for Bitcoin. You've got to go all the way back to 2014 to actually find a worse month that returned. But overall, look at this. I mean, last February here, we were up 43%. Now we're down significantly. What I would say is, for a lot of us, we are in the hands of global liquidity, in my opinion. And we're looking at, of course, the quantitative tightening that's happening until a Fed pivot. Guys, the next 6 months will be different, but we just don't know when that pivot's going to happen. So some of the prices I'm seeing today are absolutely, for a lot of these altcoins, where they began 11 to 18 months ago. It is absolutely real, the pain out there. Now, in terms of my assessment of the portfolio, of course, and what to do we go down lower? One thing that I'm actually watching quite a bit is the Bitcoin dominance. So what we're seeing here, and again, I'm using the 4-hour time frame here, but typically it's quite bullish. If you see Bitcoin dominance dropping while the price of BTC is also declining, it indicates one thing and one thing only. The alts are near to the bottom than they are anywhere else. So if you are one of these people in the market, there's few of us now, more than ever. By the way, there's 52 of us. Great to see all of you. Smash a like. And in a week for me, that is going to signal the start of Ramadan. So I'm going to be fasting for the next 30 days from Saturday onwards. And I'm hoping that time brings me some peace and clarity in terms of how I want to approach this market. But there's only one thing I can tell you right now, guys, and that is the question is this generational buy? Are we seeing what is really the beginnings of alts bottoming and a market that has a massive, massive opportunity for the next 6 months, next 12 months. Will these alts recover? Will we have an alt season? There are 100 different questions. Nobody knows the answer. I can tell you what I'm doing, which is looking at quality, trying to build a portfolio, maybe reduce my overall exposure to the market in terms of the number of coins I hold, whilst concentrating into maybe a super 10 or maybe 15 maximum projects, depending, the less you have, the better, because you can put real money behind it. But right now, what are these opportunities? So I'll talk about some of the individual projects. And of course, OJ says here, there's no more bull market. Oh, there definitely will be. It's a great comment, because that's exactly how we feel. I mean, if you see the fact that the YouTube views are down, there's nobody here, guys. There's seasoned guys I know in my community, even in the Discord, that are there day in, day out. But right now, it's not the time to run away, purely because the market will be able to give you opportunities and it will pump once again. But like I said before, it's difficult to sit down and justify where the hard work and hard money has gone into. Okay, one of my an example I'll give you is one portfolio was doing really well and it crashed 60%. But has this happened before? And in 2017 and even 2021, we had a violent pullback with Ethereum pulling back well over 60%. And other alts doing 75%. Solana, I remember that very, very clearly. So it can happen again. And this was like mid kind of bull run correction. So if the large caps are going to do that, then micro caps will be able to, will also do that as well. And very important to pay attention of certain patterns. This is a post from Benjamin Cowan, and ETH is actually repeating its pattern from prior cycle. Now, ultimately, we do have a couple of things. So in the short term, we may see prices just either stagnating for a little bit or finding their bottom and just moving sideways for a little bit. But this condition will change, guys, because you're seeing here, this is the Bitcoin dominance, right? On the 4 hours. So if we go to let's go to the 2 days. Let's look at the longer time frame, right? You're seeing a lot of wicks here, right? We've got this massive, massive dump that happened in alts. You got Bitcoin dominance dropping down from 65, almost 64 and a half, all the way down to 62. And then, of course, currently sitting around 61. So this is what we need to watch. On the 2 days, the RSI has flattened, and it is actually a short-term situation. But let's zoom out, guys. Let's make this a little bit more clear, and let's see what else is happening here. So if you're seeing this on the weekly, right, it is gonna be it's gonna be very clear. So we are clearly, okay, we may have one more spike up, but Bitcoin dominance is going into oversold territory. And at some point it will cross and it will correct. Don't lose hope is my message. Do not lose hope, because whether we like it or not, crypto is gonna, whether we're in it or not, in fact, it will be, that's the whole point, right? You sell your bags and you sell at a loss, you leave the market. And yeah, Ben Coin says 66%. Yeah, more or less. I mean, this is the region. We'll give him, we'll give him the idea. I mean, even if you come up here, look, if we say this is our maximum pain, right, 66 to where it is right now. I mean, if that's where we need to go, then that's where we need to go. But the clear question here is the bull market over? We do have fundamental problems, guys. We can't get away from that. This live stream is not to give you a false sense of security or hopium, but what this live stream is going to tell you clearly, looking at all the facts, I'm bullish from here. I am very bullish from here. And you may ask me, listen, what makes you so bullish from here? Because this market has a blow off top. Now, interestingly, if we compare the alts, right? I'm gonna show you something here. And this is quite an interesting take. So what I've been doing in order to bring some sanity into what I'm doing for the community is A, I've been looking at projects that I think can do well, and B, what are these projects doing in terms of volume? So what we need to do is we need to rank these by volume, okay? And volume is only one indicator, because volume itself will give you an indication, but there's also market makers involved. So you've got to take it with a pinch of salt. But let's have a look at interest and volume. And let's have a look at this kind of like a daily 24-hour bounce or 1 hour bounce. Now, it may not tell you the whole story, but it does give you a sense of reality where the market is and what type of money is flowing through. So we know by market cap and volume, SUI is pretty active. You've got then Sonic. All right. I remember calling Sonic in the community at 38 cents, below $1 billion. Now it's at what, 2 billion, 2.5 billion. Sonic is an interesting one, but it does have $500 million in volume. Then you've got Tau. And Tau is an interesting one again. I've put some articles in the group about Bitensa Tau. And what I think is the Tau is a generational project, only because if you were early to Bitcoin or Ethereum, you'd understand this gives you a decentralized AI exposure. But look at the volume, okay? Volume to market cap. I'm happy with that. You got Say, of course, a lot of market makers, 28% up the last 7 days. Nothing crazy going on, but these, you'd expect those volumes. Then if we go further down, you've got the likes of, let's skip the meme coins for a minute. You've got Casper here, almost, in terms of the market cap, same as Sonic, really, 121 million. And then you've got other projects here. Now, notably, the reason I'm saying look at the volume to market cap ratio is to help you construct a solid portfolio. Now, it doesn't have to be these projects I'm looking at, guys. Don't forget, we are totally open to discussions. Like, you could buy any project you want. I'm not telling you to buy any of these, but all I'm saying is, as you pick your way through this crazy market, if you bring in more, especially now more than ever, if you're bringing capital into the market, you've got to use that very wisely, guys. You've got to see the relative strength, and you've got to see the ability for these coins to bounce back and what the volume is. All right. So overall, pretty decent volumes going into some of these projects. So Aether, for example, 31 mil. I think that's very small, but it doesn't have a big exchange listing. Look at the Aerodrome Finance, 500 million, 62 million in volume. And again, 10% down for the 7 days. I think CETUS is a really, really good buy right now based on these metrics or these standards I'm going by. Volume and ability to recover. Toshi, I mean, yeah, Toshi is there. Parcel's been very steady, 34 million in terms of the volume, and then the market cap of 28 million. Axelar has been doing a lot of marketing. You could say volume to market cap is not really there. It's kind of small, but the coin is growing and it's quite steady. Look at peak here now. 100 million in terms of market cap, again, has dropped significantly, now at 15 cents. Yeah, steady, doing well in volume, not too many exchanges. But overall, guys, and of course, look, AI tech has picked up its volume very, very well. Very well. The price is not too far from our initial entry back in November 2023. So And again, you know, the launch of Kai Network. I have actually seen Monad. The price is inactive or it's been deactivated, and it looks like it was updated, but it does actually show a price here. Now, of course, it's showing a $2 million volume. Now, Monad is imminent. So you can actually see and make a note what these early rounds are potentially buying this project at, right? That's the only way they would deactivate this and kind of show you what these early rounds are. So 60% of a penny is a good psychological number. And that's Monad. Monad's going to drop any moment. And then you've got the smaller ones. So you got, you know, DEAI doing a 2 million volume, 11 million in market cap. Dev is a good pick, 2 billion in terms of volume, but market cap at 72. And then, of course, you've got the likes of Carrot, still over 1 million. And then, of course, you've got Alephium here, 56 cents, 1 million in volume. And then, of course, you've got the likes of Parallel, Based AI, EMP, and then Tectum, Zealous, and a few others. Mid layer here, literally falling off, completely tanking. And then you've got some gaming coins over down there that are really, really struggling, which I'm not really surprised. But if you go by my logic, I would definitely say when you're picking coins, don't just, you know, throw your money around into anything. Make sure you look at the volume. I mean, we can even add a few more here that would help people that I've actually noticed are quite at a good value. One of these is Prime. Let's add Metacade here, see what that's doing as well. So yeah, when we look at this in this context, it will give you a very good idea of what you should pick. And let's just add Beam as well. I think Beam is a fantastic buy on the 10x's. I mean, 10 to 20x. I would say whether we get those prices or not, guys, we are seeing a fantastic market in terms of opportunities. You know, at the end of the day, I think the bull market may continue on the thesis that we haven't seen any type of macro environment for risk assets for obvious reasons. Of course, Trump is also having some headwind. You know, he's losing few bits and pieces there, but I wish he could just put down the old Twitter and stop becoming a conspiracist, you know, overall. But let's have a look at this. So in December 2024, the Fed's total assets dropped to approximately 6.5 trillion, nearing the quantitative tightening QT target. As the Fed approached the end of the QT, potentially towards a pivot of QE, what might we see what might be the policy shifts and what do they mean for crypto? This is an article that I found very, very interesting because it's all about, right now, in my opinion, it's all about mental health. You know, you saw the guy that I posted today who blew off his brain because of a $500 loan on Pump.fun. So we've got to be really careful. Really sad story. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the liquidity crisis happened before the pandemic. And this was back, for those of you who remember, back in 2019. So this was the 2019 repo market liquidity crisis. Okay. And then this goes all the way back to December 2015, when the Fed initiated the quantitative tightening. And of course, by mid 2019, my liquidity risks emerged, prompting the Fed to implement its first rate cuts since 2008. And that was practically done in July 2019. And despite this, overnight repo demand surged. And by September 2019, the repo rates were above the upper bands of the Fed's target rate. So basically what this is saying is we are now obviously well overdue for some action. Because if you look at this, so if we continue this, so in 2020, unlimited QE. So COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020 triggered an unprecedented economic disruption, including sharp declines in employment, consumption. So basically, the economy's got to be really, really in a state for these guys to obviously to act, or we know the economy is being overdressed. Now, this stuff will make you calmer in what you're doing right now. A lot of us are in the red with our risk assets, but this is across even the stock market now. Okay, so that's what happened before, and at the end of the day, these policies from 2020 is what's hurting us right now. So they obviously brought unintended consequences such as reduced monetary policy flexibility, inflated real estate bubbles, and heightened inflationary pressures. These side effects eventually forced the Fed to adopt a more hawkish stance. So that's where we find ourselves in this overall situation. But if you look at where we are now, so delayed ending the QT versus blindly initiating QE, which is really the question. And this is obviously the reflection right now. Since announcing the current round of QT in June 2022, the Fed has operated in an orderly manner based on risk control. So since 2022, when they started to tighten, that was the bear market that we had. And since then, obviously, that's been the case. And of course, they want to reduce the excess assets and liquidity accumulated during the QE while controlling interest rates, which are declining over time. And then it leads us to where we are today. 4 key factors indicating QT nearing its end. And this is quite interesting. Actually, I found this probably the most the easiest way to look at this. So number one, overnight reserve purchase agreement. Okay, so this is, again, you don't want to get too technical with this. But yeah, there are 4 different, bank term funding. You can look into these. I'll post the article for you guys. But there are technical things, and now we are finding ourselves in a situation where at some point QE will be back again in the market. I mean, that gives us a longer outlook into what we're doing. Could we see this in the next few months? Possibly. We've got a big Fed meeting coming soon. So with that being said, of course, somebody said there is obviously a CME gap here, Steve, at 77K. And there's one at 97K. So which one is it? I'm not quite sure which one the market would go for, but MicroStrategy. So this is the reality right now as we feel this pressure, and stock has fallen. The MicroStrategy stock has fallen 55%. Many are asking about this forced liquidation. The company now holds $44 billion worth of Bitcoin. And could they be forced to sell it? Again, we need to look at both sides. Okay, on the one side, we hope that the macroeconomic conditions get better, of course. And then on the real side here, you're seeing that even MicroStrategy right now could be forced into some kind of an action. And then on top of that, just in now, breaking, actually, as we do this live, nearly well over $500 million in USDC has been deposited into Coinbase. Now, they're not obviously depositing that money to hold this USDC onto Coinbase. I mean, that's freshly minted, possibly to go into the old market. Now, remember, of course, we had the FTX repayments, very, very minuscule in the grand scheme of things. OJ said, let me just check what OJ said. Sold its, yeah. So overall, guys, you're seeing a mixed picture right now. Crypto couldn't be more bullish based on all of the different factors coming with the states buying, with legalization and everything else. At the same time, we are seeing unprecedented levels of market manipulations. Okay. And one of it is because of leverage. The leverage market is completely ridiculous. So open interest before the election was 32 billion. It peaked on election at 72 billion with 125% increase. We're now at 38 billion and 6 billion of open interest above pre-election. Okay, so the leverage market is still going insane. And at the end of the day, guys, nobody has a crystal ball. But what I would say is this is the kind of, it leads down to this kind of comment from Pratik here. Lately I've stopped looking at my portfolio to save me some migraine. I think we need to talk about that. I think the honest answer is it's a wise thing to do. Why not? I know, for example, right now, most of us have, are looking at the charts on a daily basis. I mean, that's not going to help. That's not going to help anyone, guys. So anyway, with all of that behind, first of all, man, congratulations to my brother Jalen here. Finally got a good job that I could invest in crypto, and the worst bull market comes. I finished my studies and, of course, walk. Yeah, I hope luck in the RSI oversold. Yeah, bro, listen, be hopeful, because right now, this is when every $1,000 or every $500 invested into the market goes a long way. Now, a lot of people are saying it is a bear market and it's over. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I think is this unprecedented? Absolutely not. While every cycle is different and has its unique challenges, the one thing that's been absolutely crap about this has been the constant good news versus the absolute market manipulations. I mean, interesting, last night, Bybit made back ridiculous amount of money in that liquidation event. Could they do it again? Could their exchanges actually organize something again to send us down further? You never know. There's too many bad actors in this space, and not all of them are for the retailers like us to make some good money. So yeah, man, I do agree, man. But yeah, hang in there, brother. Yo, I love this, man. This is smash a like for this comment, because that's what's up. Utility bull market. Think about it, guys. We were told this was a meme super cycle. Memes got absolutely annihilated, in my opinion, culminating with the guy taking his own life last night or yesterday on live on Twitter, literally blowing his brains out for $500. The utility bull market is underway, and it's much needed. And I think crypto realizes right now this is the only way forward for this industry to survive. So if you've so far been in utility or even in altcoins and you don't believe in the space anymore, well, think about what's just happened with meme coins. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that, man. So yeah, 100%. It is a utility cycle from here. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Meme coins are the worst thing that's ever happened in crypto. And for me, it's kind of like this current cycle started with a massive airdrop of bonk. Once I mean, I remember getting into the Pepe quite early. That did really well. Even now, it's still holding up. But there are generational coins, and then there's just a meme casino. There's stuff that's just blinding to look at, like Pump.fun. So yeah, man, don't forget, guys, smash the like and give us a follow if you're new. On the other side, advice, yeah. So Cornex and is being very resilient, and the mainnet is coming soon. Yeah, I do like this project, man. Look, I talked about it before, and I believe they've got a partnership with IBM as well. I don't know how big that partnership is, but it's a very, very good. At least anyway, it's a decent altcoin, a layer one, especially with the mainnet coming. Based AI. So based AI, I mean, I listen. Based AI is a project that has suffered massively, and I do hold my based AI right now. I mean, you could go and grab 10,000 based AI for $8,000, which was unthinkable a month ago. So yeah, it's got no volume, and one of the restrictions is the number of exchange availabilities. I mean, that's the obvious one right there. So if the team can get that right, I think hopefully we're looking for recovery. Mahindra, hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, Bafana in the building. Blessings to you. Big up South Africa. Yeah, man, India was absolutely insane. I have to admit, man, I would have gone to India a long, long time ago. I've been there when I was young, but I didn't really realize as an adult how much I was going to enjoy going to. Everything was spectacular: breakfast, lunch, dinner, you name it. It's a wonderful place, bro. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Yeah, you can join the group anytime, bro. Like right now, it's we go through a lot of therapy sessions in there. But $3,500 right now is a killer amount to have in the market, brother. Congratulations. Aerodrome or Axelar? That's a very, very good question. I mean, I owe both, if I'm being honest, and both are very high conviction for me. Axelar has a lower volume, and I don't know if you've seen their recent marketing. They've stepped up their game massively. On the other hand, Aerodrome is at a very, very good buy zone. Now, I'm bullish more on base, of course. Axelar's still got to prove itself in terms of, for me, the volume is the one that would decide between the two. But market cap is pretty much similar. But I think as institutional money, as money flows into the base chain, and with some of the base, obviously aerodrome tokens locked. Of course, you get the V Aero, I believe, as a reward, and that's been an issue for people in the past. But I do believe it gives you a basket of exposure to base. So on the current price action as of today, and my bullishness on the base chain, and the fact that they don't have a token, I would definitely buy aerodrome at these levels, bro. Not financial advice. Any chance we can pay using crypto? I think so, bro. Like I've never set, I've never set one up. But yeah, it's something I can look into. I haven't actually got anything set up at all for it. What's up, bro? TB in the building. Give your opinion on the future of TARS AI, ChainGPT, and PinLink. I like TARS. I mean, price wise, I think it's been resilient, although I don't hold it. Let's just see TARS. For me, ChainGPT has had its moment. It's already got a Binance listing. TARS is back to original prices at 13 cents, $78 million market cap. And of course, PinLink is a micro cap with a very good, unique use case. Now, the thing with PinLink, we've already made money from it. But if you look at the prices today, it's pumping. It's actually, well, relatively speaking, on this pullback here, it's actually up 5%, 12% versus BTC, 12% versus Ethereum. So that shows you people are buying the dip on this one. So in terms of the market cap, it's the smallest of the three. It's the riskiest of the three, in my opinion, because ChainGPT is already sitting in Binance. So more liquidity exposure. If we get that power phase, into it. But fundamentally speaking, I may throw another one in there for you. This is fractionalized, um, almost RWA deep in project. 100 million in terms of tokens, circulating 80%, decent volume. So yeah, this one is very good. The one I would throw in there for you is also this one. So I would add Reploy to that consideration. I do like TARS. TARS, where it is right now, is a good buy. ChainGPT, again, like I said, it's already got the hype of the Binance listing. The one micro cap that I absolutely love at $17 million market cap, fully diluted. We got into this at 129, went all the way to $14, if you saw here. So this would be another one I would consider at $17 million. And this has obviously got a full technology stack, similar whale holdings to Pinlink. But I do believe Reploy is also another solid micro cap with a very good risk to reward ratio. Of course, still on the very risky side of things. We know buying a good layer one or a good market cap crypto is the way to go right now. But if you're looking for exposure into the smaller ones, I think, yeah, all of these in order, I would say probably Pinlink and TARS. TARS probably being more established, and then Pinlink, and then I'll probably skip ChainGPT and go with Reploy. Talk about Kai. I mean, I don't need to watch his video. I've done my own video on how it's been so disappointing. And he tried to contact them. Well, the thing with Kai is he's said that before, right? He said that before. A week ago, I haven't seen that video. But for me, I've already made a video on it. And I said, these guys, obviously, you have to market the thing. You can't tell me it's like me saying, oh, I'm just a mechanic. I'm the best mechanic in town, right? I just like working under the hood. Well, how are people going to find your garage, right? Yes, a few people will walk in, but no one's going to systematically go and, you've got to have a website. You've got to locate yourself on Google. You've got to have a marketing team if you want to be a serious business. And I would probably say they've just said they're mechanics with some spanners. And that's not going to be good enough to bring the masses into it. How many exits at the moment? None. I need recovery back to about $4, $3.50, $4, just to even see life back into it, bro. Any thoughts on Pi Network? Yeah, Pi was mined. Actually, my brother's been mining Pi for many years now, and because obviously he tried to get me into it quite early. I think he was mining it on his mobile phone, but. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I did actually ask him the other day how his Pi was going, and he was pretty happy with it. But a lot of people have mined a lot of it. Whether it's going to be that, it's not going to be for me for sure. I just don't get it 100%. Very good question here. How long do you think that the market will extend the cycle? So 2021 was an interesting one, right? I think 2021 was cut short, almost a kind of a left translated cycle, if you will. So I do believe that based on the current market conditions, we could go into Q1, Q2, 2026, potentially. Nobody knows, but I would say we're expecting some kind of maybe like a double top, if you'd like, especially for alts, or some, of course, narratives to run and then other narratives to run after that. But I would say at the very latest, let's say Q1 2026. It could be that would be a proper cycle. Just short Pi, sleep. I don't even know if you can short Pi. Pi is the most overrated shit. 100 billion. I don't even know the market cap, bro. All love. Thanks, my G. Aero it is. Absolutely, bro. You're gonna own a piece of Aerodrome Finance. Yeah, EMP, bro. I think it's the lowest I've seen in a long time. It's actually one of the biggest losers of the if you look at where it went to where it's got back to. So, you know, this has been a fantastic run from these lows here. $17. You know, the lowest you could have got, you could have got this was around this 28, $14, $16, and then it absolutely rocketed, came back. I think it's still, it's still on its way back, but this has only 300,000 tokens. Now, granted, look, this is on very, very small exchanges. It only has a ridiculous, I mean, look at this, 240K in terms of volume. So this is in the AI agent meta, and right now, no one is interested. All highly recommended by DXB boys. Yeah, who the fuck? Who is this? Yeah. Dickhead, man. Get out of here, bruv. Altoro. I haven't seen Altoro. I haven't actually seen any gaming projects for a while. Altoro. Who's that guy, man? Let's have a look. Altoro, sorry. So this is the gaming project, Alu. Has it held up well? I mean, I haven't seen this for a very long time. Alex Becker is always going to show this market cap at 50 million now. I believe Carrot is what's Carrot right now? Carrot is around 25 million. So this is actually held up quite well in terms of its market cap anyway. But yeah, I mean, this has Becker Neo Tokyo behind it. So yeah, gaming season, whenever, as and when it comes, could be all right. The easy way to build, scale, monetize. I would probably go with yeah, this is only got Alex Becker shilling it. I think it's a good project. It has actually held up quite well, if I'm being honest. Smash the like, guys. We don't know when we'll be live next. SNAI or TARS. I think, look, TARS is a bigger project. SNAI, we've already had a decent pump, but it does continue to actually be quite relevant. Whereas TARS AI is more of a broad project. If you look at the strength between the two, there's no comparison. SNAI is, look at this, the chart is just solid. $32 million, fully diluted 36, 10 million in terms of trading volume. And this project has a real interest regardless of the market. And you can see here, this is on limited exchanges. Very good volume. So yeah, probably between the two right now, market cap being, this being smaller, it is, of course, riskier in terms of the holders and the distribution. So TARS would be a bigger project, but I would say this is already pumping. So a better buy today would be TARS AI, in my opinion. 70K first or 100K? Yeah, ask the question, man. That is the question. Crypto summers are whack. Planning to take profit before then. Yeah, I mean, look, we don't know how valid will sell in May go away be this time round. I mean, at the first light of any sign of recovery, I know a lot of people will be selling in the market. I am no different. But when that recovery comes, I mean, we could see, a fast pump. Most people are complaining where their prices are, but I would think that, when the alt season ultimately happens, the jump back to kind of break even and then into profit is quite quick. You know, it's harder to suffer on these multi-month downtrends that we've been in. Some projects going 11 months sideways and down, you know. So in theory, I think, you know, March, February would have been a better month. We're now knowing that February is obviously the worst on record and second worst for Bitcoin. Let's see. It's something we gotta assess. Biggest scammers on the planet are the Trump family, Melania, Donald destroyed us, and their meme coins. I think, listen, the story is quite drastic. Actually, if you know the election campaign, Trump didn't have any money last summer, and that's when they heavily got into crypto. So, look, it is what it is, man. But that liquidity drain that we've had, that was the ultimate cash grab. Then we've had the Argentina. Then we have, you know, then we've had so many different things. You know, we've had the guy committing suicide today because of meme coins. So, yeah, 100%, man. I don't think, you know, most people actually paint this guy with just one way. Look, at the end of the day, they are way too smart and they know exactly what they're doing. Always short crypto gains picks. And you'll have a ton of cash. Who's this? Why ban someone who has an opinion? I don't ban anyone who's got any opinions. If you know me, you know me. You know, but that dickhead, okay, that pussy. Look, I'm gonna look at you and talk to you straight. What's your opinion? That the market is down? Look at these guys. Bro, I don't ban anyone. Maybe that's the second guy that I've ever banned on my channel. Even real dickheads. Even you know, low testosterone pussios. I come across them every day. So I don't ban people. But what's your opinion? Tell me what your opinion is. That the entire oil market is messed up. If you're blaming me because you're a particular coin, then that's up to you. Well, then you're lying. Hey, listen, whatever. So, okay, what's your opinion? Tell me what your opinion is. I promise I won't ban you. Just tell me what your opinion is. These little dickheads that come to my channel thinking that I'm going to sit here and accommodate your weak feelings. Mate, if you've bought an altcoin, all right, I can tell you right now, most people that get into crypto lose money and they make money, right? It's up to you. Bro, do you hold alt? No, I don't. You are banning people. The fuck is this, man? Let me just get rid of this one as well. Fuck off. Got no time. No time. Absolutely. You getting banned straight away. Going to the dustbin. For the rest of you guys, smash a like. I'm all good for opinions, but I'm not here to cater to little boys or girls. I'm honestly so happy that these meme rugs happen. Obviously, yeah. Thank goodness for that, bro. This cycle's been different. We actually see a longer bull run. Don't quote me, but yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be longer. Do you believe ending QT is enough for alt? I think so, yeah. I think the moment we move into a better macro climate, then definitely risk assets will be way better, in way better shape. DXB told me to buy this or that. I can't do my own research, take my own decisions. I'm mad because the market dumped. Yeah, man, I can't. Look, at the end of the day, man, these little They're everywhere. And to be honest with you, I know a few YouTubers that they've bullied out of the space. You know, generally good guys doing content, and then the market turns. And then obviously, you know, these guys feel that they have to kind of hide under the desk and not make content. We need more content creators out here. You know, we need to get rid of all of these dickheads just going around. Just buy meme coins, right? What's up, Ram? Hope you're doing well, bro. Good to see you back. Yeah, great to have you too, brother. Thank you so much, man. Bro said, true or false, if Kamara or Dems did what Trump did, people will be crying harder and making more. Yeah, definite. Look, at the end of the day, I'm actually one of the few that would tell you that Gensler, for all the shit that he went through, come on, man. Richard Hart, even someone like Richard Hart was checked. You have to remember, crypto needs you know, some kind of an environment where you can't do shit. Now, of course, you've got to wait for these guys and see. We've got to give the Trump administration some time to obviously put some regulation in. But if they did what they did, then of course it would have been. I can't even think of them doing that. That's how bad it is. You know, as much as you know, people are on the left or on the right, you've got to remember, man, you've got to be on your pockets. Yeah, definitely, bro. Are you bullish or bearish? I'm actually, I can't get more bearish than I am now. I'm actually bullish. Listen, at the end of the day, nobody knows which way, but we've had a long, sustained, you know, situation. So, you know, we've had a long downtrend, and alt season is overdue for sure. Yeah, hopefully people are tired of getting rug and will actually invest in utility and gaming. I hope so, bro. Look, at the end of the day, the same people that need the rugs are the same people that have a very short-term view, get rich quick situation. You know, if you are, I can tell you right now, if you've been in the space and you've got a long-term target of being financially free, whether it happens in 2 months or 6 months or 2 years, it doesn't really matter. What's more important is once we get this period over with, the same people will run back into the market and say, oh, yeah, you know. So look, it happens all the time, but we can't get more bearish than we are now. I think the space has had enough. Yo, caveman, the space would need somebody like you, bro. For sure. Trump is definitely, yeah, and he's still doing it. I mean, there's some pretty big stuff happening now. Of course, one is the Fed Reserve. That's going to go down with a storm, in my opinion. And that's going to be that's actually something. It's a good point you raised there, bro, because this is the this is another unwanted, another major market event that's going to happen. 400 tons of gold reserve at Fort Knox. He has to go and find out how safe this repository is. I mean, you can't make this up, man. The last president that went there found nothing. There's a large gold reserves for decades. It's been a symbol of the world's most powerful country's financial security, and it's heavily guarded, right? The question is how safe it is. You know, what's that got to do with the president? I mean, and he's not sure, basically, if it's safe at all. So he's planning to visit there with Elon Musk. Now, depending on what happens, this will be a major market news, guys. No doubt. I mean, it's all this is going to be quite interesting. So again, that's another thing that's coming up. And again, the tariffs as well. So you never know, man. You know, this thing will continue to linger, bro. Is the next on D-Day for crypto? It could be. I mean, Friday is a good. It's a good day to have an indicator. This is actually a pretty big week. We've got Nvidia tomorrow, so we still got earning reports, and we've got a few macro economic data coming out. We've got the Q4 2022 2024 revision. So that has to be revised as well. And depending on how bad the economy was in Q4, second revision can have an impact on what happens positively or negatively. And then, of course, Friday the 28th is a big one. We get a major reading that will be reflected in the Fed's decision going into the next FOMC. I believe that's March 18th. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a very big. But we will know before then. I don't think it'll be a definite D-Day based on those Fed. We will have some sense or anticipation what's going to happen. Bullish, bullish, bullish. What up, Joey? How are you, bro? Been a long time. Yeah, we've been here too long, man. There is no giving up. Thought the same. And of course, Millicoin, Trump. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Kanye as well, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not really sure, but I think Kanye is about to drop imminently. Brother Caveman in the building. We can't give up now. That is absolutely the right way to think. I think the alts now, anyway, they are licking up the. So if we look at the 1 month, let's see. Let's have a look at these alts on a month. Yeah, look at the last month. In the last month, this IP thing has been absolutely killing. But look at this, this month, 42 for Sonic. Forget this IP thing. And then you got OM 67%. But alts do have, especially in the top 100, a very, very consistent 30 to 40% drop. Some exceptions in the top 100, like below even BTC. Look, BTC down 16%. You've got sub 20% are only few of the whole top 100. This is like, for example, Tau here is dropped 14.6% for the month. Yeah, it's a very very, very small number of crypto coins that have not suffered. Yeah, it does, and I think they're going to pump it because Eric Trump, surprisingly, today came out. A few big shots came out today, trying to rally the markets. One is CC here. This guy, man, they're going to take him back to jail soon. Waiting for the new headline: Bitcoin crashes from 1 million to 985. And that's honestly waiting for a new headline here. And he's obviously written that 101 to 85K, saved his tweet. And of course, now he's saying that. And I think there's a general understanding that this happens. But these guys are relatively new to crypto here. You can see that they've obviously made, incredible amount of money, and now they understand how to manipulate the space. So with all the alts that they're buying, I genuinely believe that alt season, come on, that is going to manipulate few things. This is going to happen. But it's interesting to see how people like Eric Trump and all these guys are now all of a sudden saying, buy the dip. We've never seen that before. He who gives up now will never make it. Absolutely, bro. There's nothing to give up. I mean, I had a good chat today in the Discord. Somebody was asking me, yo, are you still holding these projects? And I was like, where would they go? I can't trade a $20,000 project for $2,000, for example, 10x down or whatever. It doesn't make sense. I'll just keep holding it. Gold, man. This guy is sniffer. He's taking sniffer dogs, bro. Trump's like Modi. Bold decisions make pathetic, uncertain, and crashing. Listen, man, Modi and him are best friends. So I'm not sure if he's I'm not sure the whole PJB is like him, but like the Republicans, but definitely Trump and Modi, man. That's a good shout there, bro. Bro said, why don't you own Ort? It's a great project. I agree with you. It's a very good project, and I'll just show you in terms of the current dip anyway, and the focus. I think many people don't actually see the volumes, so we just need to, especially when you're buying crypto in the dip, you've got to make sure that you've got decent volume. And I think Alt has suffered the same as all my other smaller caps. To be honest, there's no difference at all. If you look at the 24-hour volume, there's not a lot. So let's take this for example, and let's go down to volume. Okay, where is Alt? Because it's on my watch list, and you can see here, volume has picked up 4 million for the market cap. Not bad at all. And that tells you, look, where's the market cap here? Alt Cloud. Yeah, so not the fully diluted, but again, volume is picking up compared to where it was. So it is on my radar for sure. Rose said, that's why there's so much gold making because someone is trying to fill it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Trump's a legend, man. Let me see the gold. Because if he goes there and it's empty, right? This is a classic. This guy, man, sometimes I feel like this guy is a member of the Gambino family or something, man. And I'm sure, obviously, being from New York, people will know that he's just a total gangster, man. You gotta love the guy. I want to check the gold, national reserves. I've never heard that from any president ever, globally. Pete is bullish. Absolutely, bro. The market was good with Joe Biden, and now it's, of course, I think ultimately, if Trump delivers what he claims to, what he wants to deliver for crypto, which, to be honest, you got to give him credit in terms of the legislation so far, I think we'll be good. The Democrats on the other side, obviously, they didn't do as many headline events, but at the same time, they obviously targeted crypto in a lawsuit and other things. Today, bullish news came out. Many, projects are now obviously out of their SEC lawsuit, which is also absolutely bullish. I think NFT, there was the NFT platform that obviously closed its legal situation with the SEC and a few other projects as well. So that's really, really good. You know how to provide liquidity and earn money from dying altcoins. Specifically, I mean, I know how to provide liquidities, but from dying ones, to be honest, I haven't done that before. Are you trying to capitalize on the first stop and redeploy in the summer? Lull for the cash? Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a wise thing to do, providing that the cycle again doesn't take out or doesn't actually work against us. It's something we'd have to reassess and look for local tops within that. But I think that's a very good way to assess things. If we get a good pump in March or end of March and post FOMC, and then we go into a completely new reality for May, and then perhaps maybe the summer months change. But it's more or less what I'm looking to do, as long as we get the indication that the market's going that way. Yeah, as soon as that, you know what? Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's a good signal as well. Bet on the farm. So yeah, man. Anyway, listen, I love you guys, man. Much appreciated. I am bullish. I am going to buy crypto. I am going to release some buy alerts. I don't care, man. It's make or break. At the end of the day, we've come so far. I was looking at, for example, the entry we had for AGI Delicium and AI tech, and they've kind of like back to their original space. So anyway, my point is this: to anybody who's feeling down about things, this is first of all crypto. Do not invest in anything that you can afford to lose or you can't afford to lose. Yeah. Keep your money if you can't handle the pain. But honestly, I'm telling you now, this will be a very, very many people will make money here. Many, many generational, you know, money will be made. I think the biggest danger that there is yourselves, your mentality, how you deal with losses, how you come back from, how you come back from defeats is probably the character building has been one critical learning aspect. I have called for mental health sessions amongst many different groups now because I think people are suffering. But what I would say, guys, is have some faith, and whatever little faith that you've got left, don't let the fire burn out. Stop checking. If you've settled on your bag, unless you're bringing new money and looking at what to buy, don't waste your time looking at your kind of portfolio on a microscopic level. And it's definitely, Pratik makes a fantastic point here. You should learn how to meditate and control your emotions. You should be able to invest some time in yourself. The number of times I've actually not looked at the portfolio, and if I would have done the previous day, it would have upsetted me in some kind of way, has been numerous times, guys. So I don't know all the answers. Is the of course nobody does. You can tell this market, all these experts with 100,000, 500,000 followers, they're talking absolute garbage. One day this is up and alt season is here. The next day there's no alt season here. It is what it is. But guys, there's more to life than just being indoors. Go for walks, do whatever you can to help your family, connect with your kids, and the child will be fine. One day you'll wake up and you'll see your portfolio doing well, and then you make a decision whether you want to sell or not. But what you cannot do is come from like 2022, 2021, end of 21, being in the market for the last 3-4 years, and then summer 25, or sorry, Q1 25, or the fourth year in the macro cycle, just capitulate. I don't think that is the way to do it. This is whether we like it or not, this is the first cycle where crypto has some clarity, from some legal clarity, and there is definitely the winners and losers. But we know in the top 1,000 or top 100, top 500 to top 1,000, out of 44 million coins, we know we're in the kind of the mind share of the cryptocurrency. So construct a good portfolio. Look at the really, really good projects struggling right now. And as long as you're happy with the volume and there's kind of level of activity from the team, you're absolutely fine. What you're not fine with is if you go back and lose all your lessons and do what you've done. As soon as the market conditions turn, you're definitely going to go back. A lot of people will go back to their stupid ways and just buy some shit coins, back to meme casino. You don't want to do that. Buy fundamentally strong cryptocurrencies you can actually afford to hold, or ask yourself, when I go to bed at night, could I seriously hold, regardless of the pain? And what is your pain tolerance? How much are you willing to risk or de-risk at any given moment? The usual is, of course, if your coin pumps, you take some off the table, 10%, something that will help you buy back more. But I would say find out what kind of investment behavior you have. And Bro's just asked another decent one here. Do you think this is the last shakeout? And do you think there's more pain ahead? I think that's the $1 million question right now, bro. And whilst I don't think this is the last shakeout, I do believe these alts have nowhere to go. And fundamentally, we're waiting for a few key indicators. 5%, 5.4% of USDT dominance is a danger zone, guys. So that's all something you need to watch out as well. But right now, it's all about just being cold and calculated and looking at your portfolio and asking yourself, okay, where can I improve? I know I've made mistakes in the past and I'm not going to repeat them. And if I was to build a portfolio, where could I improve things right now? For the trap coins, I don't care. I'm looking for those to go to wherever. But yeah, stay safe out there, guys. We've done an amazing 1 hour, 10 minutes. And of course, my little princess has a sports day tomorrow morning. So I don't want to be punching the parents because of lack of sleep, guys. So bless you all. Let's do another live tomorrow, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, guys. Stay safe out there, man. Yeah, good night. God bless you all, guys. And Ram, definitely I'll answer your question tomorrow, bro. Good night. Take care, boys.